All right, so I just want to make a little video here on the Mustang. Just got her fired up. She doesn't like the cold, man. When she's on E85, she does not like it. Whew. It's tricky to get it running when it's been below 20 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, it does, but it takes like 3 or 4 cranks. Yeah, we're gonna install some wheel spacers on the rear. Pull the rears off. Kind of inspect the suspension. I haven't even gotten to do that yet since I've had it, but I'm starting to really like this car a lot. And I'm getting some sweet trade offers too. It's just, I really like this little car. It's fun to drive. I just really want to lower it, get some wider wheels, some good winter tires, and have some fun with it. Especially now that I found out it can go E85. I didn't know I had all the supporting mods in a tune for that till I got a hold of the 2 owners ago. So that's pretty cool. And it definitely feels good on E85 minus these stupid cold starts. They sound great though. But we got some thick wheel spacers here for the rear. The front already have some spacers on that are very, very thin. You can see the rear sink way in, but the front up there, you can kind of see they come out a little bit. Not quite flush, but a lot more than the rear. The front have very, very thin front wheel spacers. I have to pull the front off to even see what they are. I'm guessing they're like 25 millimeter or like, no, probably like 1/4 inch, if that. They're really thin ones. But the rear definitely could come out farther. And it needs new taillights. I don't like these taillights. They don't even look like Mustang lights. So, but yeah, it's getting a little chilly. I'm in a t-shirt, so I'm gonna hurry up here. And just wanna make a little video before and after. All right, so I didn't even realize when I bought them, did not come with these. So I used obviously my stock ones I put on, you know, to hold the spacer on. It's nice and perfect. But now I need lugs for these. I need the exact same ones, so, or bigger for the studs. Went through a ton of wheel lugs that I have. None of them were fit correctly. They were too tight. So yeah, I needed these stock Ford ones, so I just ordered some from AutoZone. I'm gonna go pick them up. Needed 10 more, obviously, but I got the little bit stronger ones. I didn't get those exact factory. I got the next level ones that are a little bit stronger, a little bit more durable and longer to hold on the wheel better. And I got 3 battery cores to go get $30 store credit. So the lugs will be free. And then the lugs are like 25 bucks. So I'll have $5 extra, yay. She ain't looking too bad though. I am definitely gonna delete that. I'm not gonna delete the Mustang there. I'm gonna black the Mustang out. And I think I'm gonna take the Mustang badges off the fenders. Or maybe black those out too. What do you guys think? Can't wait to lower this thing. I mean, this thing is clean though. I mean, it's like dirty, but like she's really clean. Pretty excited how clean it is. I really like this car. Minus these like ripples right here. I'm guessing there was a dent back here that someone hit out from the inside, which not the best idea to do, but it ripples. So I mean, it's not like a giant dent anymore, but still. I didn't do that, for record. I did not do that. Needs new taillights though too, which are on the way. These are just, they don't look like Mustang taillights. I'm not gonna lie though, I smoked them really good though. No runs or nothing. All right, I had to make do with an assortment of lug nuts that we had. This side has longer lugs, so I can't put the cap on. So I just kind of sprayed in there black and called it good, but they fit great. I love the fitment. The tire's a little low, but the fitment's great. These spacers are, dude, they look so good. Some people are gonna say they're too fat, but I like it. Hopefully they ride good. These were some spare O-rings that I didn't need. This side only has 1 long lug nut. The rest they had were the factory ones. So I almost can put the cap on this side. So I went ahead and ordered 6 more of these little ones, the factory ones. Those will be here tomorrow, and then I can put my caps back on. So that's only for like a day I'm gonna run that, but so then I can put these back on. But no, it looks so much better. I can't wait to lower it. Oh, I'm so excited for my taillights and my lowering springs to come. Then I need to tint it out. I do need to tint it. And then I need to get like a Cobra front bumper with a nice hood. Honestly, this hood is fine for now, but I want a hood scoop. I like the big popping hood scoop. But I really need to get like a Cobra front bumper, some different headlights. Look at that fitment. Oh, she pokes a little bit. I like it. A lot of people don't like that, but I love it. I think it looks meaty. Yeah, that thing looks so good. Oh my God. I love it. I love it. And I always wanted the 03 or the 01 to 04 spoiler, but I'm actually starting to really like this spoiler more. It's a little more aerodynamic. But yeah, I'm loving this thing. I don't even know if I'm gonna get rid of it. It's fun because it's a 2-valve and everyone's like, oh, it's just a 2-valve, and then, you know, you modify them and you can boost them relatively cheap and have fun with them, and there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with the 2-valve. You can swap in a 3-valve, you can swap in a Coyote. It's been done. There's a lot of forums on it. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with these. I just love the body of these cars. They're little, cheap, and a lot of aftermarket. And just ran to an O'Reilly's across town, and they did have the extra lug nuts I needed. So torqued on, everything's good to go. Caps on, take it for a little spin, and that's gonna do it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think it looks so good. All right, so I just want to make a little update here to the end of the Spacer video. Driving it, it has a very small vibration when you are off the gas decelerating. So like slowing down off the gas, like you only at certain speeds. Like most of the time you don't feel it, but there's sometimes where you'll feel it and it'll be a little bit annoying, but it's not like a big whoa shit. It's not like a big shake or anything. It's like a very small vibration from the rear end. Almost feels like just a little bit more of a bumpy road, but not like, you can't hear it, you can't like really tell, but if you're like really paying attention, you'll know. But yeah, so I mean, for the most part, they ride pretty freaking smooth, a lot more smooth than I thought they were gonna, so I'm pretty happy with them, especially because they were, you know, super cheap, you know. But yeah, no, I think they're pretty decent quality. Like most speeds, it feels pretty much normal. But under hard acceleration, it feels actually really normal. It's just like on the highway going about 65, 70, in fifth gear, you let off, or like right now, I let off, I feel a small vibration from the rear end. And it's not like a shake, it's just like a vibration almost. But yeah, I just wanted to add that. So they're pretty freaking good. I mean, obviously I'd rather go wider wheels, but I'm not gonna buy nice wheels right now in the winter. So come summertime, if for some reason I still have this car, I will definitely buy actually a set of wide wheels, because well, I mean, if I have this car by summer, it's getting built. I actually was just looking at clutches right now when I was just at the gym, just got done. I was looking at some clutches, aftermarket clutches, and I believe, I'm not too up to date on the clutches for these. They were on AmericanMuscle.com. I believe it was McLeo, something like that. Something along that line of like a McLeod, something like that. I don't remember, but it was a Pro Street. It was about $295. It was good for about 400 horse, 500 torque. But that's not really what I needed it for. I'm just looking at aftermarket stage 2 clutches. Stage 1, stage 2, just good street performance clutches. Because I've been having ideas lately of keeping this car and actually building it and doing it right and having a fun 2-valve that can upset people. Because everyone sees a 2-valve and they're like, oh, it's just a 2-valve. I mean, that's just how I am even, until I got this one. I'm like, all right, there's potential for sure. You can't really do too much with these NA, like power-wise. Like, you don't get like a ton of gains power-wise NA without going boost. But yeah, just wanted to add that to the end of the video here. Little second gear, kind of uphill. It's about 3/4 throttle. I don't want to go too much or I spin right now. It's freezing cold out. But yeah, man, it's about 3/4 throttle, a little slight uphill. It's actually not bad for a light bolt-on 2-valve. I mean, there's not too much done to this car. Minus, it's basically just an intake, injectors, fuel pump, and a tune and an exhaust, because it's got the 85 tune. But it's not like, without a ton of mods, that's not going to do a whole lot. Maybe, I'm not even going to guess because I'll sound dumb, but it's not going to do a ton without a bunch of supporting mods. But But at least that's a bonus. It is capable of 85. That's another reason I like it. It's already got that done to it with a good tune.